Dear students, welcome you all in this video in which we will discuss about the production and detection of plane, circular and elliptically polarized light. Basically, we have three types of polarized light: plane polarized light, circularly polarized light and elliptically polarized light. And before discussing about this topic, we will do some small discussion about the retardation plates. Retardation plates means the crystal in which the crystal which retard the velocity of either E ray or O ray and produce a path difference between E ray and O ray. And there are two types of retardation plates, one half wave plate and second quarter wave plate. Half wave plate means the crystal which produce a path difference between O ray and E ray lambda by 2, that is known as half wave plate. And quarter wave plate means the crystal which produce a path difference between O ray and E ray, that is lambda by 4, these are known as quarter wave plate, and we will use quarter wave plate in this article. Now, we will discuss about the production and detection of plane, circular and elliptically polarized light. Production and detection of plane, circular and elliptically polarized light. And to discuss about this topic, we have to know about the superposition of linearly polarized vibrations. Suppose the equation of E ray is x equal to a sin omega t plus delta. This is equation of E ray, and equation of O ray y is equal to b sin omega t, where a and b represents the amplitude of E ray and O ray. We have already discussed about the E ray and O ray in previous video, and delta, this delta represents the path difference between E ray and O ray. Now, we have to determine the superposition of these E ray and O ray. Suppose this is equation number 1 and this is equation number 2. First we take equation number 1. We can write equation number 1 x upon a equal to sin omega t plus delta, or sin a plus b. Apply sin a plus b, it becomes sin a cos b plus cos a sin b, sin omega t cos delta plus cos omega t sin delta. This is sin omega t plus delta. And if we see equation number 2, is we can write y upon b equal to sin omega t. This is equation number 2. And if we see equation number 1, this is sin omega t, we can write y upon b in place of this sin omega t, and next we require cos omega t, but we have sin omega t. It means we know that cos omega t is under root 1 minus sin square omega t, or we can write under root 1 minus y square upon b square. Value of sin omega t is y upon b, and we can write, we can put it in cos omega t, and cos omega t becomes under root 1 minus y square upon b square. Now, put the value of sin omega t and cos omega t in this equation, and it becomes x upon a equal to sin omega t means y upon b cos delta plus this cos omega t, it becomes under root 1 minus y square upon b square. This is cos omega t and it is sin delta. This is the value of x upon a, and we can write, shift this term in left side, it becomes x upon a minus y upon b cos delta equal to under root 1 minus y square upon b square sin delta. Now, we should square this equation on both sides, as we have to remove this square root, and we can remove this square root only if we square both sides, and it becomes x upon a minus y upon b cos delta whole square equal to, and this square root of this square, it becomes 1 minus y square upon b square of this square root sin square delta. Square of this square root, it becomes 1 minus y square upon b square, and square of this term sin square delta. And to solve this, we have to expand this square, and it becomes x square upon a square plus square of this term y square upon b square cos square delta minus twice x upon a y upon b cos delta equal to, multiply this sin square delta in sin square delta minus y square upon b square sin square delta. And if we shift these two terms in left side, it becomes x square upon a square plus y square upon b square cos square delta. If we shift this term, plus y square upon b square sin square delta minus twice x y upon a b cos delta minus sin square delta equal to 0. And now, if we take y square upon b square common in these two terms, it becomes x square upon a square plus, if we take y square upon b square common in these two terms, then remaining becomes cos square delta plus sin square delta, and it should be 1, and it becomes y square upon b square minus twice x y upon a b cos delta minus sin square delta equal to 0. This is the resultant equation after superposition, and suppose and it is also equation of oblique ellipse or general equation. And now, we can apply the different cases. Now, we will take case 1, in which delta is 0, 2 pi, 4 pi or twice n pi. This is case number 1. If delta is twice n pi, then cos delta should be 1 and sin delta should be equal to 0. or we can say general equation is x square upon a square plus y square upon b square minus twice x y upon a b cos delta equal to sin square delta. In this equation, these terms become 0 and cos delta is 1. Now, this equation becomes x square upon a square plus y square upon b square minus twice x y upon a b equal to 0, or x upon a minus y upon b whole square equal to 0, or we can say x is x upon a is equal to plus minus y upon b, or y is equal to plus minus b upon a x. This equation represents the equation of straight line. It means if there is a phase difference between E ray and O ray is twice n pi, then emergent light from the crystal, it show the plane polarized light, plane polarized light, as this equation represents the equation of straight line. So, the emerging light passing through the crystal which having a phase difference between E ray and O ray twice n pi, the emerging light is plane polarized light. Now, we will discuss the case second. Case second means if thickness of plate is in such a way that phase difference between E ray and O ray is pi, 3 pi, 5 pi, or we can say twice n plus 1 pi, if phase difference between E ray and O ray is twice n plus 1 pi, then cos delta becomes minus 1 and sin delta is again 0. And if cos delta is minus 1, if this term is minus 1, then this becomes plus and it is again 0. Now, equation becomes x square upon a square plus y square upon b square plus twice x y upon a b equal to 0, or we can say x upon a plus y upon b whole square equal to 0, and again we can say after solving that plus minus y is equal to plus minus b upon a x, b upon a x. Again the thickness of plate, again it represents the equation of straight line. Okay. Now, if the thickness of plate is in such a way that delta is pi by 2 or 3 pi by 2 or 5 pi by 2, and we can say twice n plus 1 pi by 2. In second case, emergent light is again plane polarized light, as the resultant equation represents the equation of straight line. In both cases, the emergent light from the crystal represents the plane polarized light. Now, this is case third, in which we are discussing that phase difference between E ray and O ray is pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2 or twice n plus 1 pi by 2. In this case, cos delta is 0, as cos pi by 2, cos 3 pi by 2 is equal to 0, and sin delta is equal to 1. Now, the equation becomes this term is equal to 1 and this term is 0. It means this term becomes 0 and this term is equal to 1, or we can say equation becomes x square upon a square plus y square upon b square equal to 1. This equation represents the equation of ellipse. It means if there is a phase difference between O ray and E ray that is equal to twice n plus 1 pi by 2, then the emergent light from the crystal represents the elliptically polarized light. It means light elliptically polarized light. Suppose light passes through the crystal and there is a phase difference between E ray and O ray is twice n plus 1 pi by 2, then the light which is emergent from the crystal, it should be the elliptically polarized light. And another condition in this situation, if A is equal to B, it means the amplitude of E ray and O ray are equal to each other, then the equation, this equation becomes x square upon a square plus y square upon a square equal to 1, as A is equal to B. Now, equation becomes x square plus y square equal to a square. It represents a circle, it represents a equation of circle, or we can say now the emergent light from the crystal when delta is phase difference between E ray and O ray is twice n plus 1 pi by 2 and amplitude of E ray and O ray are same. In this situation, the emergent light from the crystal is circularly polarized light. So, these are the production of different type of polarized light when the light passes through the crystal, and that depend upon the phase difference between E ray and O ray. Emergent light may be straight light or may be plane polarized light, may be elliptical polarized light or may be circularly polarized light. Now, we detect either the light is plane polarized or circularly polarized or elliptically polarized light. So, now we will discuss about the detection of polarized light. First, we will discuss about the detection of plane polarized light. We know that suppose there is a unpolarized light, suppose this is a unpolarized light, and if we pass this unpolarized light through a Nicol prism. Now, one light ray passing through the Nicol prism and one light ray move in this direction, and the light which pass through in this direction, this is plane polarized light, this is plane polarized light. It means by the help of this Nicol prism, we can convert this unpolarized light into plane polarized light, as this Nicol prism is known as polarizer. Now, we want to detect either this plane polarized light is polarized or not. Again, we use a Nicol prism. Suppose this is plane polarized light. Again, we pass this plane polarized light through the Nicol prism, and suppose now it passed through the Nicol prism. in this condition, as we analyze either the light polarized or not, it is known as analyzer. It is known as analyzer. And now it is a rotating Nicol prism. We can rotate this Nicol prism, and if we rotate this Nicol prism, then there is a variation in intensity with maximum to 0. The intensity, when we rotate this Nicol prism, the intensity of this emergent light, this is emergent light. The intensity of this emergent light is varied from maximum to 0, and if it is occurred, then we can say that the incident light is plane polarized light. This is the detection of plane polarized light. Now we will discuss about the circularly polarized light. Circularly polarized light. Circularly polarized light means generally on rotating a Nicol prism in front of a unpolarized and a circularly polarized light gives same impression of no variation in intensity because of their same amount of amplitudes in all direction. Circularly polarized light means like this. This is circularly polarized light. If amplitude in direction of x and in direction of y are same, then it represents the circularly polarized light. And elliptically polarized light means if amplitude in x direction is more than y direction, then it represents the elliptically polarized light, or like this, amplitude of y direction is greater than x direction, again it represents the elliptically polarized light. And suppose this is a circularly polarized light. We can also produce circularly polarized light. Suppose this is unpolarized light, this is unpolarized light. If we pass through the Nicol prism, it will convert into plane polarized light, and if we pass this plane polarized light into quarter wave plate, then it may be converted into circularly polarized light, or elliptically polarized light. After passing through the quarter wave plate, it may be converted into circularly polarized light or elliptically polarized light. Suppose this is a circularly polarized light. Suppose this is a circularly polarized light, and this circularly polarized light is passed through a quarter wave plate. This is a quarter wave plate. Quarter wave plate. It will be converted into plane polarized light. If a circularly polarized light pass through the quarter wave plate, it will be converted into plane polarized light, and then if we pass into the Nicol beam, now in this condition this Nicol beam is known as analyzer. If we pass through the Nicol beam, the intensity of this emergent light, is vary from maximum to minimum, not 0, as in plane polarized light intensity in this situation intensity is also 0, but in this situation intensity is varied from maximum to minimum, but not 0. Then we can say that this incident light is circularly polarized light, Okay. This is the in this situation, this is the production of circularly and elliptically polarized light, and this is the detection of circularly polarized light. Now, again we can see that suppose this is unpolarized light and we pass it to the quarter wave plate. We pass it by quarter wave plate and it remains again unpolarized light. If unpolarized light, this unpolarized light pass through the quarter wave plate, again it remain unpolarized, and if we pass it by the analyzer or Nicol beam, then no change in intensity in any direction. If we rotate this Nicol beam, then there is no change in intensity. This is the difference between if the incident light is circular or the incident light is unpolarized light. If unpolarized light is incident, then there will be no change in intensity, and if circular light is incident, then there is a variation in intensity from maximum to minimum. So, this is the difference if an unpolarized light pass or an circular light pass through the quarter wave plate and Nicol beam. So, this is the detection of circularly polarized light. Similarly, now we will discuss about the detection of elliptically polarized light. Generally, on rotating a Nicol beam in front of a elliptically polarized light and partially plane polarized light shows the variation in intensity from maximum to minimum, not 0. Therefore, to distinguish between the elliptically polarized light and partially plane polarized light, we will do this experiment. Suppose this is elliptically polarized light. Or like this, elliptically polarized light. If this elliptically polarized light pass through the quarter wave plate, it will be, this is quarter wave plate, it will be converted into plane polarized light, and if it pass through the Nicol prism, then there is a variation in intensity maximum to minimum including 0 minimum. Then we can say that this incident light is elliptically polarized light. We can say that this is elliptically polarized light. In previous, the variation in intensity is maximum to minimum, but not 0, and in this case the variation is maximum to minimum including 0. This is the difference between the circularly polarized light and elliptically polarized light. Suppose the light which is incident is partially polarized light, and we can represent the partially polarized light like this. This is the representation of partially polarized light. If we pass this partially polarized light by the quarter wave plate, then emerging light, there is no change in light. Partially polarized light is again partially polarized light, and if these partially polarized light pass through the Nicol prism, then if we rotate rotating Nicol prism, if we rotate this Nicol prism, there is a variation in intensity with maximum to minimum, but not 0. Then the light, incident light, is partially polarized light. So, this is the difference between a circularly and partially polarized light. So, these are the methods by which we can detect the plane, circular and elliptically polarized light. Thank you very much.